Thank you. You know, we have this afternoon some guests coming over. They've been throughout the district, and last year they were here. Very, very powerful message, and I'm sure that you're going to find it very interesting, very motivated, and it all focuses on what we're here for. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Victoria Villalpando.
Yay.
My name is Victoria Villalpando, and I work for a national nonprofit called the United States Hispanic Leadership Institute. We're based in Chicago, and today I'm here with a very special speaker. He's coming all the way from Los Angeles. Give a round of applause for Gabe Salazar.
Streaming to the other room, so let me try to. Is this on at all, or doing? You can hear me okay?
Yeah.
You can hear me okay. What's up? What's the name of the school again?
Star.
Star. What does Star stand for? Star. Yes. See it. She's like, hey, sir, that wall right there, fool. Shut up. Now, my name is Gabe Salazar. I visit schools all across America. I visit about 150, 160 schools a year. I've been doing this is my 14th year speaking in schools, spoken over 2 million students, just like I'm going to try to speak to you. And my story, if I had a story to tell you today, is I was born to a teen mom. I was abandoned by my father as a kid. From middle school to high school, I went to 9 different schools. I was always moving and moving and moving. I wrote a book called I Was Born on Accident, but I'm Living with Purpose. Now, anybody who wants to be a doctor, do not correct me on that. I know nobody's born on accident, technically. I know nobody goes to the hospital and they're like, oh my gosh, I thought I had a bad carne asada. It was a boy. I know. Students all across America that have come to me and said, hey, sir, your story's like my story. And when I was born to a teen mom, I was abandoned by my father's kid. We lived homeless in a station wagon. That's all my mom had. We moved. Now, we weren't like homeless, like living in a box, but we would live with grandma, live with tia, live with friends, and we moved around so much. And every school I went to, I was always trying to find my identity. I was trying to figure out who am I, where do I fit in life. And one school I went to, everybody was a skater, so I told my mom, I'm a skater. My mom would be like, "Como que you're a skater? You don't even own a skateboard." I was like, "Shut up." I'm a skater. Like, now I'm sponsored by Supra and some other companies. When I was a kid, I used to tell my mom, "Mom, I'm a skater," but it's because I don't have Adidas. I need some Shelto, right? Some Shelto. When you're poor, though, you don't shop at the mall or even Walmart or Target. You shop at a place called the swap meet. That's what's up right there, boy. This group was like, "No, Dad, I'm shopping at swap meet." Should I shop on Craigslist? Shut up, whatever. That's like the new swap meet. But when you shop at the swap meet, you know everything's bootleg, right? It comes from China or Mexico, be honest. Right? So you know it's fake. So I can get some Adidas. I thought they were real Adidas, but it's a different word. It say Adelante. But in the same font, you know. Alright, so my mom is pictured it. I think that nice polo from picture it. She bring me a shirt. It looked like a polo shirt, but if you misspelled, they have an extra L, so it's a oil. You know what's up, right? My friends would clown me, man. My friends would laugh at me. And then I moved to another school, and I remember when I was growing up, there were movies that were very influential to teen culture. Movies like New Jack City, Boys in the Hood. And I remember in 8th grade, a movie came out called Blood In, Blood Out. And I said, you know what? I ain't gonna be a skater. I'm gonna be a thug. So I want to be a thug. To be a gangster, though, to be a cholo, you got to know how to fight. And I got a lot of fights from middle school to high school. I even spent a year in alternative school for fighting. I don't condone fighting. I didn't say I won that fight because I'll be honest, that girl was bigger than me. No. But dudes in the hood don't know how to fight. You ever seen dudes in the hood fight? Dudes in the hood do not know how to fight. Have you ever seen dudes in the hood? First of all, they fight with their legs open because they don't want their pants to fall, right? And like in Tucson, do that pinky thing here too? They do that thing, they'll be like, "What's up, fool? What's up, fool?" Like, hey, what's up? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna knock your eyeball out. Shut up, fool. This wrestle fight like you're hitting piñatas. I would get in a lot of fights. And a lot of people ask me, they're like, "Mr. Salazar, why are you running with gangs? Was it sociological? Was it psychological?" I'm like, "No, miss. It's called survival." When you live in the hood, you know, that's the first question they ask you. They be like, "Hey, you dude, who you down with? What color you claiming?" I wasn't dumb. I claimed a color quick, man. When I was growing up, man, you had to claim a color. And so everybody be all up in red. I was all up in red. Everything red. Red hat, red shoes, red shirt, red chones, everything red. I look like a Mexican Grinch on Christmas Eve. So I moved to another neighborhood. Now, you can call me a hood hop, you can call me a flip-flop, I don't care. I moved to another neighborhood, and back in the late 80s, early 90s, you had to claim something. And on Facebook, somebody posted an old school picture of me. I was all up in blue, everything blue, except I had a white hat, bro, so I looked like a Mexican Smurf. And one day I was looking at this one apartment complex. In Tucson, do you guys have those apartment complexes that got the metal stairs with concrete on each step? Yeah. Okay, I was on one of those playing dice and quarters with some of my homies, and this guy from a rival gang came up from behind with a baseball bat. You know the little baby baseball bats to give out like at the college games? Yeah. Like, and this one dude had it in his sleeve. He pulls it out and walks right behind me, cracks it on my head. Bam! Right down that scar. 3-inch gash. Me and my homies got a big old fight, and I had to move because that dude that hit me, him and his whole family were deep in gangs, violent, wouldn't squash it. I moved to another school. I was still thugging, still ganging. One day I walk home from school, and I get to the corner of an intersection. These 3 guys see me from across the street. They were like, "We know who you are. We know what set you claiming." I was like, "What's up, baby? I know time. Let's go right down the street." Boom, 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 boom. I'm lying to girl. I didn't fight like that. I was on the floor. Ah! I was hung up, man. I was hung up, guarding every organ as I could. And this one dude kicks me right in my mouth. Boom. Split my lip open right here, through my cheek right here. I mean, not like all the way, but it split open right there. And it was all bloody. And I went to the restroom. I went back to school. I went to a restroom. I was trying to find one to wash my mouth and wash my neck and everything, all the blood off. And a lot of people ask me, they're like, "Hey, Gabe, when was that moment that you started to drop that gang lifestyle?" Now, this wasn't it, but this was the start of it. When I was looking in the mirror, blood was cleared off my neck, off my chin, off my shirt. I put my lips together to close my mouth, but you could still see bottom teeth on this side because it was split open. A piece of meat was dangling off. And I was like, "Man, forget that. I don't want to be a thug. I don't want to be a gangster." We moved to another school. They had some of the finest girls I've ever seen in my life. And I said, "You know what? I'm going to be at this school. I'm going to be a lover at this school because the girls are fine, bro. Every girl looked like Eva Longoria, J-Lo, Selena. I was like, okay, I'm going to get a girlfriend." And everybody had a girlfriend. In fact, the ratios were off. There were more girls than they had guys. So what does that mean? Everybody had a girlfriend. Except me, I had no girlfriend. They used to be like, "Gabe, how you don't got no girlfriend? You ain't got no girlfriend? That's crazy." Because even that ugly dude that looked just like George Lopez got 2 of them. And one thing I noticed about girls in school, don't even lie, girls, I know especially like 8th grade, 9th grade girls they love all them little short dudes about this tall right here, right? Girls in school, they're like, "Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He's so adorable. Like I can pick him up and put him in my purse with my chihuahua." That's messed up, right? When you see those girls that pick up their dudes, like, "Come on, we're going up prom." Some guys will laugh when I say that joke. They're like, "That's not funny, sir." And it's always those little homies that walk and they dance with them like this. You know, dude. And guys, this is what guys like, because girls will always pull me and my wife aside, like at college nights or like college readiness fairs. They'll be like, "Mr. Salazar, Miss Salazar, I wanted to come and meet you. I wanted to tell you that you're such a beautiful couple, but I need to ask you a question. How can I tell if a guy honestly, genuinely likes me? I need to know because he talks to me on Kick, but then at school he totally ignores me." Every girl that laughs is busted right now. I got you. So a girl trying to tell every single time if a guy likes you. Girls are very complicated. Guys are super simple. So girls, let me tell you how to tell if a guy likes you. Dang, that got quite quick. They were like, "What? How? This is how you tell if a guy likes you. If he looks at you, that's it. If a homeboy looks at you like, "What's up, girl? What's up? You like me? You like me? Me? You like me?" Me and my homeboy girl, I can't tell because you're kind of cross-eyed. But every time when they're walking down the hallways, when dudes see that girl, man, guys psych themselves out, girls. When a guy would see a girl and in his mind everything slows down like a music video. He's walking down the hallway and be like, in my day it was a different song. We see that girl be like, "My mind's telling me no." That was pretty good, man. No lie. Right? Y'all get the different song. Y'all go down the hallway. Y'all be like, "It's your birthday, so you know we got." Every time I do that, I always look at the teachers and they're like, "What is that? Is that a birthday song? That's a mariachi." No, you will throw up, sir. But every guy. Can you imagine mariachis doing that? "It's your birthday, so you know." Like, every time we walking down the hallway, he's looking at her, she's looking. Every time we walk up, 3, 2, and every dude will be like, "Yo, what's up, girl?" Girl be like, "Homie, I'll tell you what's up. You need some gang chapstick." I didn't get my first girlfriend until college. I bought flowers for a girl in high school. She sent them back to me. True story. She said I look like Mosey, Jungle Book. But I met my wife when I was in college. We got married, and we have 4 kids. Now, I didn't have kids until I was married out of college, but I got 4 kids with my wife. I got a 5-year-old, I've got an 8-year-old, I've got a 16-year-old who's a junior in high school, and I've got an 18-year-old who's a freshman in college, and that's my family. You guys having a good time this morning? Or this afternoon? You guys having a good time? Good, good, good. One day I'm hanging out with my homeboys now. In Tucson, I don't know what you call your homeboys here, homegirls, besties, baby, BFF, associates. Home Skinny Biscuit, Squad, I don't know if you got your friends, right? I was at a school yesterday, I was at Tucson High, and this dude tells me, "Sir, that's my squad right there." I was like, "There's only 2 of y'all." But I was with my homie, and my homeboy tells me I was in 8th grade, 9th grade. This dude tells me, hey, fool, you down? I said, yeah, baby, I'm down. What's up? I didn't know what the heck I was down for, right? Today's the day we're going to skip school, man. We're going to go down to the corner store. We'll get candy, sodas, Lucas Chamoy, do whatever we want. I was like, yeah. Listen, I got no money. They take food stamps. I was like, let's go. We skipped school. We took off to the corner store. From the moment we get that corner store and the doors swing open, my homeboy thought it was like a scene from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? They ran in there. They were like, chocolate. Right? My homeboy putting Snickers and Payday and Twix. He was like, back up, fool. That's not Twix. Back it up, Pacino. And they told me to steal with the shoe trick. Your homeboys ever taught you to steal with the shoe trick, bro? Yeah. You know what I'm saying, right? You know what's up? You put your favorite candies in there, your Now Laters, your Jolly Ranchers, you act like you're tying your shoe. You don't even care if it's going to smell like batas. You still eat that junk, right? Everybody was stealing stuff. I had the aisle that had the ice cream box. You know the ice cream box with the Pusher Pops, ice cream sandwiches? You know that box? Yeah. The machine was broke down. Ice cream was dripping off the bottom of it like a big booger on the floor, but I didn't see it, right? I was walking down that aisle, I was like, oh, fool, this is legit, fool, this is legit. I slipped right in that stuff. I'm flying headfirst, true story. I'm flying headfirst, my feet were over my head like Shaggy when you get chased by the ghost. Like, I couldn't control myself. Like, I was flying headfirst, like, right, I'm like, bro, that's a good scoop, right? I'm flying headfirst, bam, I bust my chin open on a scar right there. Blood was gushing on this side, the big booger was smearing on this side, and my homies, the ones that had my back, they split so quick you thought like La Migra showed up. Like one of my homies hanging out by ice cooler. He's hiding. The clerk, the guy that works there, comes out from behind the counter. He sees me. He says, "Oh my goodness, my friend, what are you doing? I just mopped the floor right here." The homeboy picks me up, takes me back to school. He's friends with the principal. I'm sitting in the principal's office, and what do you do? Like, you deny junk, right? Now, it doesn't matter if they have eyewitnesses, evidence, fingerprints. You will look at the principal both face in the eye, stick to your line, and be like, no, sir, that wasn't even me, sir. That wasn't even me. That mouth showed up like a genie. He was like, boom, no, you wasn't going out here, they got you on camera, I'm uploading on YouTube. But I had that attitude. My teachers, administrators, counselors, even in elementary, they'd be like, Mr. Salazar, you keep on acting up. We're going to put your time out. They Teletubbies or Ninja Turtles. Then you can come back and color and be like, I don't want to color. I want somebody to change my pull-up. That's what I want. In middle school, they say, Salazar, hey, come here. Come here. You're in detention. Sit at this table, no talking. In high school, it'd be like, Salazar, come here. You're suspended. I'd be like, suspension? I don't call it suspension. Shoot, I call it vacation. I just stay home all day long and watch Good Luck Charlie. Don't lie, you watch that junk right off. Until they said the one single word that'll make every nerve in my body tremble. It'll make the ground shake beneath me. Whenever they said, no suspension, no detention, Mr. Salazar, come here. Secretary, you keep your phone. I'm just going to call his mother. And I go from being like a hardcore vato to doing the potty dance like, no, we're on to play it. I don't play it. I have what they call an old school mom. And y'all got old school moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas. Clap if you know what I'm saying. You guys. Don't sit in the front row got an old school mom. You ain't got an old school mom? No? Man, my mom was old school, bro. We used to call her the chancla ninja, okay? You got an old school mom? You ever hear of the chancla? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My mom told me this chancla had GPS, bro. For my butt. It would go around corners and go downstairs with accuracy, just like, she was crazy. I did not do chanclas, like 1 chancla, 2 chancla, 3 chancla, 3 chanclas. How many feet you got, woman? She was crazy. She would show up to school. You ever had your mom show up to school on you? Yes. You got an old school mom. My mom would show up at the front desk. She'd be like, no, I don't need no sticker. I don't need no name badge. I know where he's at. His grandma makes all the tacos here. My mom would embarrass me. Isn't it crazy? The more mad they get, the thicker their accent gets. Isn't it funny? My mom would be like, Mijo, why are you acting like a child? You need to shave. She looks at your t-shirt. I'd be like, I don't know her. She keeps my house. Here's the question, though. Have you ever frustrated your parents so much to the point that they actually cry before you do? Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Like, when you first realize that, like, I don't know if that's ever happened to you, like a report card day or parent-teacher night, when they look at you and they're like, Mijo, I don't know what to do here no more. You made me so frustrated. Like, right then, their worst thing you could ever do to them is at that moment that they start to cry, you look at them in the face and laugh at them. I want to take you serious. Yes, I do. I know what I did was wrong, but your mascara is jacked. You got like a Google map going all the way up. My mom was screaming at me, yelling at me, throwing things at me, but I thank God for my mom. Because even though I grew up in gang influence, even though I grew up in poverty, I was abandoned by my father's kids, we lived homeless in the station wagon. I still graduated high school. As the first in my family to go to college. After college, I became an educator in a school district. Now I travel all across America, spoken over 2 million students, just like I'm speaking to you right now. And a couple of years ago, I was named the #1 Latino youth speaker in America by Popular Hispanic magazine, and here I'm with you guys today. It was a journey, but it didn't happen all that fast, and I had my ups and I had my downs, just like you did. You know, I came to alternative school just like you guys are right here. It wasn't called Star, it wasn't like all pretty like that and stuff. It was like, you know, dumb, yeah. They make it all nice and pretty for you guys. They didn't have cool speakers come and things like this, but when I was a kid, I use that term, I need to stop that, right? But when I was a kid, I moved around so much. I was always trying to find my identity, trying to figure out where I fit in life. And I wrote a book called Born on Accident, Living with Purpose. I'm trying to teach students to find the successes in life today because, you know, there's a lot of things that go around and say, oh man, the American dream doesn't exist anymore and all this stuff. And you can be negative if you want to be negative, but I try to believe in the positive, and I try to believe in breaking out of the negative stereotypes and breaking molds of poverty and lack of education. And some people may not care. Some people may care, like they may be apathetic about it, but others who want to be better and want to do better and want to break those cycles, man, I'm with you in that. I'm with you on trying to know that, I don't care if you're a teen mom, you're a teen dad, maybe you're a foster kid. I believe that success can happen for you. I believe the American dream can happen for you. If I grow up having nothing, living in a station wagon today, I travel all across America, I want students to understand that they can. So I ask kids all the time, what are your dreams, what are your goals, what do you want to be in life? And it's crazy the responses that I get when I go to schools. I have kids sometimes tell me, sir, I want to be a burger flipper, or I want to be a stripper, or I want to be something, you know, they'll tell me crazy stuff like that. And especially when they're minorities or they're Latinos like I am, I'll be like, hey, what's your name? And they tell me their name. And I said, you want to be a burger flipper. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I know people that do that, but I just have to think about the fact that I just want to believe that your parents want better for you. And can I ask you a question right now? A lot of times they're like trying to act stupid and act, you know, knock off and stuff. And I'd be like, can I ask you a question? What do your parents do for a living? And the moment I ask them that, like their face will change and they'll be like, no, sir, you know, none of your business. I won't tell you. Sometimes they'll tell me, but not real proud, you know. And sometimes I've had kids tell me, sir, all right, I'll tell you. My dad works at a tire shop, and my mom, she cleans houses, or she works at a hotel, and she does all these things, cleaning up after people, things that blue-collar work. And I tell them this, I said, you know what? I guarantee you that your mom and dad, whatever it is that they do, they're not doing it because they want to do it. They're doing it because they want better for you and your brothers and sisters than they've had for their own lives. So when we come to school and we show up and we give our best, we give our 100, it's because we want to honor them. And I think that's what's real cool about education is it's not really just about us. It's about our family. And you know what? As I'm saying this right now, I can't help it. And this just hit me right now. That I bet you there's parents of you guys that are doing things right now that maybe they don't want to do it, but they want better for you than they had in their lives. So let's give a big round of applause and clap for our parents. I also want to acknowledge anybody in this room that's graduating in 2 weeks. If you're graduating in 2 weeks, will you stand up? I appreciate that. See, I'll ask students sometimes what their dreams. I was in Denver a couple of years ago, and I asked the crowd, what are your goals? What are your dreams? What do you want to be in life? This dude stand up, junior high school. He stood up and said, sir. I said, what's up, bro? He goes, I want to be a dinosaur. I was like, you're real homie, you want to be a dinosaur? Stand up, let me see your arms. He went like this. So I recommended T-Rex. Sorry. Oh, that's all right. On the hood, you keep up behind me, bro. I'll be like... I don't know what that was about. Hopefully, is it for the signal stuff? I hope so.
Yeah,
can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Everybody that's in the other room, I have no idea who you are, where you're at, what's up. Hey, wouldn't that be funny if we did? Have you ever been like on FaceTime and all of a sudden people will be like... But so this dude said, I want to be a dinosaur. I said, were you going to be a dinosaur? And your arms, you went like this, so I recommended T-Rex. And I was like, hey, I hope you get some homies to help you with the toilet paper too, bro. I was like, think about it, because they can't reach it, get it. I was in Dallas, Texas. Anybody ever lived in Dallas? Anybody? You lived in Dallas? I was in South Oak Cliff, hardcore area. I didn't say I liked the Dallas Cowboys. Man, they play tonight, right? They play the
Oh,
Broncos
they're
tonight?
supposed to play. I don't know if
Oh,
they'll
no,
show
they
up.
play
but-
the Bears tonight.
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah. Just
And
because they're supposed to play doesn't mean they're going to play. But yeah.
Okay, I didn't ask for the whole play.
All right. Yeah. My bad. Sorry.
Kickoff at 6:30. The lineup's going to be this guy, that guy. Just run the camera, bro.
All right.
What's your name, sir?
Ogin.
Mr. O'Heen?
Oh, OG. They call me OG.
OG.
Yeah, OG. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Likewise. Thank you, brother.
Mr. OG, I was in a school one time in Dallas, and I asked the crowd, it's a big gymnasium. I was in a whole gymnasium, I said, guys, what are your goals, what are your dreams? If you could be anything in life, what do you want to be? This dude stands up, 6'4", 300 plus pounds, big old dude. Homie looked like that dude from the movie The Blind Side. Anybody see the movie? Like, when he spoke, girl, he didn't need the microphone, he was like, hey. I was like, what's up, dude? What's your dream? What's your goal? If you could be anything in life, what do you want to be? He goes, I want to be a ninja. I said, well, you want to be a what? A ninja. I said, bro, you're 6'4", 300 plus pounds. They told you there was some hiding involved in being a ninja, right? I'm just giving you fair warning, because one day you're going to be all dressed up in black, coming to one of them big buildings in Dallas, they're going to be like, Mommy, what's that? Baby, that's an eclipse right there. That's what he got. I was in a school in Houston, Texas, speaking to a big auditorium. Lights were off. A big old spotlight was right in my face. And I asked the crowd, I said, guys, what are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? If you could do anything in life, what do you want to do? And I hear good stuff. I couldn't see it, but I heard teacher, doctor, lawyer, movie director. Then I hear a guy yell from the back room at the top of his lungs. He yells out, I want to be a drug dealer. Can you imagine 1,000 kids just laughing and laughing and laughing? I said, who said that? Who said that? You're not in trouble, just want to know who said that. This dude stands up. He looked like the little homie action figure. You know the ones with Dickies and Chuck Taylors, slick black hair, mustache. It wasn't even a real mustache. It never is. It was like 3 pelitos. Why you want to be a drug dealer? Name your reasons why. He said, in my neighborhood, they get nice cars, they get nice clothes, they get jewelry, they get respect, they get ladies. I said, you're absolutely right. They get all the things, but they also end up dead or in jail. That's exactly where your life is headed, if that's your goal in life. I made my way back to the stage, I grabbed the mic, continued speaking. The back doors of the auditorium opened up. A Houston police officer and the principal of that school were walking in with flashlights. Guess who they were looking for? The same dude. They had no idea what just happened between him and I seconds before they already were looking for that dude. And they pull him out in the middle of the aisle. They search his jacket pockets, his pants pockets, and they pull out a full bottle of what they call Tulane. It's a combination of formaldehyde and codeine. Some people call it syrup or lean. And he went straight to the county jail, still there today, because we found out when his first offense and when his second offense. But students don't understand the power of consequences. Do you know the biggest drug across America that kills more kids your age than any other drug in America? Alcohol. Alcohol. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, young man. Thank you so much for asking that. He's like, I'm smart now. Okay, I'm much love, sir. What is your name, sir?
Cable.
Cable what?
Ocampo.
Ocampo. Nice to meet you, sir. OG too. OG. And yes, alcohol. Alcohol and alcohol-related incidents are actually the #1 cause of death among teenagers in America, more than cancer and other diseases combined. And I never really believed that. I was trying to look at the statistics and stuff, but a couple of years ago, there was a young lady at the school that we were working at, and she was an 8th grader, and her boyfriend were celebrating their anniversary, a 9th grader, and her boyfriend were celebrating their anniversary on Valentine's Day. He brings a bottle of tequila to her after school. He says, baby, let's party it out. And she downs her half, she passes out, and goes into cardiac arrest and dies on the spot as a result of alcohol poisoning. And it's the #1 cause of death among teenagers in America. So not only is it illegal under the age of 21, but there are serious medical and health risks to take your body when you choose to consume alcohol under the age of 21. A lot of medical research is done there. You know the second fastest moving drug in America right now starts with an M?
Marijuana.
Not marijuana, wrong.
Okay.
Meth. You were thinking manteca, but that won't do you good, right? Ice, cheese, tar, wafers, crackers. They give it all these cute names because it's made with ingredients like liquid plumber, Lysol, Drano, lithium batteries. And I have a sister who's addicted to meth. My sister spent several years in prison. Her boyfriend used to do the shake and bake method, and she got arrested. and she spent several years in prison. After a time in prison, she moved back to my parents' house. And if you've ever been around somebody who's gone through withdrawal symptoms, it's creepy. And I've never seen it firsthand, but when she would start shaking, she would start crying out of nowhere. One night, after 2 weeks of living with us, she grabs a trash bag, throws all her stuff in there, runs away until several years later. When she calls my dad out of the blue, she said, "Dad, I want you to know I got involved in the program. I got off the drugs, got married, had another baby." But unfortunately, her baby was born blind and with severe birth defects because of her addiction to methamphetamines. Drugs will not only destroy your life, but it will destroy everybody's around you. And I would encourage you to understand that we don't need any more drug dealers in our community. We're trying to change our cycles. We're trying to break habits. We're trying to encourage students to put education first. And I believe we don't need drug dealers. We don't need pushers. We need young people pursuing education. We need high school diplomas, college degrees, military service men and women to rise up in Tucson. If you believe that with me, clap right now. I would love to hear from some of you guys. Does anybody in this room know what? I want to hear from 3 or 4 of you guys. Don't be telling me ninja, Spider-Man, exotic dancer, okay? I want to know what your real dreams are. Some that make your parents real proud to hear. Anybody in this room? Right there, 2 of you. You go first.
I want to be a manga artist.
Manga artist, cool, man. Draw like art and stuff. Yeah, like, okay, that Asian style art. Yeah, I like to give him a round of applause.
I want to own my own organic grocery store on the south side.
An organic grocery store. I think that's great because in a lot of our communities, man, they're giving us all processed stuff. We need good stuff. Give them a big round of applause. I like that. Not only because we need them, but the dudes are banking, right? You're gonna be like, "Oh, this is a very special egg. It's like $20 a dozen." Right here, my girl, right here. She swatted that dude. Criminal justice. Give her a round of applause. We need another Latina with a gun. I believe that with you, baby. All right, let's go. Let's do it here.
I want to be you.
You want to be You want to be a motivational speaker.
I want to be a music producer.
No, I just changed my mind. I love these dreams. I love these goals. Give these round of applause. Now, at all the alternative schools and juvenile detention centers that I go to, this was probably one of the top 3 responses that I've actually heard, because more times when I go to alternative schools or juvenile detention centers, like, man, I get 0 response when they tell me, like, "Hey, what's your goals, what's your dreams?" Nobody's ever positive, because you know and I know, the moment you stand up and say something positive in your community, you know people down you, right? The moment you stand up and say, "Hey, sir, I want to help children and I want to be an educator," like 3 rows behind you, somebody would be like, "Mira, quieres ser un teacher? ¿Cómo que teacher? You don't even have no A's. The only A he might have, I think it's in lunch porque he gets seconds, right?" Right? Somebody be like, "Hey, sir, I want to be a veterinarian and help all the pit bulls in Tucson." Mira, that vato wants to be a veterinarian. His backyard pet cemetery, they kill him. That's why I don't recommend eating his pozole. Don't do it. People will make fun of you. People tell you what you can't do, what you can't be all day long. But I'm so glad that the American dream in life is not about what other people think about me, it's what I think about myself. See, we need students to stop wishing and start dreaming. Sometimes they tell me good stuff, like real big stuff. They'll say, "Sir, I want to be a doctor." And I'll be like, "Great, what are you doing right now to become a doctor?" That's the moment they look at me cross-eyed when they're like, "Mira, sir, I watch every episode of Scrubs." All right, great. That's what we call a wish and not a dream. In America, we don't need any more kids wishing. We need kids dreaming. Because there's a very big difference between a wish and a dream, and I'll tell you that. The difference between it is this. A lot of kids say, "I want to be a doctor or teacher. I want to be like LeBron." And they think overnight, with 0 effort, magically, they're going to be balling like LeBron. Or boost, they're going to be singing like Rihanna. Or boom, they're going to be winning the lottery. But when you dream, that's a different story. Have you ever had a dream? Because a dream shows the journey. A dream shows the steps. It shows the process. Have you ever had one of the dreams that seemed so real that you thought it was? Yeah. Because your brain is so powerful that it can actually fool your body. Like when you were being chased by a pit bull in your dream, have you ever had one of them when you were like, "Oh my God, the perro me agarró la changa," and actually, you woke up still kicking? Or sweating. Have you ever woke up sweating from a dream? You weren't doing nothing, but it was all in your brain. Maybe it's Chihuahuas. They're crazy in Arizona too, right? Have you ever had a dream you were falling in a bottomless pit? Am I the only one?
Yes.
Like I wake up halfway up the bed, my sheets are all jacked up. But have you ever had a dream you were swimming?
Yeah.
You wake up and you change your underwear? That's what's up right now. Have you ever had a dream that seemed so real that you thought that that dream was? I believe that that's the way that we need to start dreaming about our lives. The college we want to go to, the countries that you want to visit, the careers, the cars, the house. Everything happens because of the dream. Believe in your dream. Don't let anybody squash, smash, destroy your dream. Because I believe that's why Dr. Martin Luther King didn't say I have a wish. He said I. Clap if you have a dream to live for. And a lot of people say, Gabe, I believe what you're saying. I believe everything. But you know what? A lot of students say, like, but I got time. Mr. Mitch, that's the part, a lot of people say, oh, I got so much time in my life, and you know, I'll get it done later on, because everything you're saying, I agree with it, but man, I'll do this later on, because man, and especially when I go to middle schools, man, they feel like they got forever, because when they look at high school kids, they think like you are old, like you're ancient, and sixth graders will say, Gabe, I'm going to get my grades right, get my friends right, get my attitude right, get everything in order when I become an 8th grade, because I got 3 years of my life, and then I'll ask 8th graders, raise your hand and stand up if you think those 3 years went by fast. Every 8th grader stands up. And they know that, like, and I tell them either you'll do it now or you'll never do it. And then I'll go to freshmen all across America. On the first week of school, you can't find me because I'm at schools all across America. Every school wants to bring me in, set the tone for the school, and I'm speaking to freshmen all across America, first week of school. And I'll ask freshmen all across America, freshmen, I want you right now, without looking around, I want you to raise your hand if you think 4 years is a long time. And hands will go up all over the place. In fact, do we have any freshmen in here? No? I'll ask freshmen, how many of you guys think 4 years is a long time? And then hands go up all over the place. But they'll say, Gabe, I'll get my grades right, get my friends right, get my attitude right when I become a senior, because I got 4 years of my life. And that's a long dang time. Because they think, man, they got forever. Because they look at seniors and they're like, oh my gosh, look at these guys, they're old. Man, look at these seniors, they're like, some of them got full-time jobs. Some of them got brand new cars. Some of them got other cars. Some of them got like they're all buff and built and developed. Some of them got mustaches and armpit hair, and the guys are drooping. Listen, when you become a senior. Wait for it. But either you're going to be this type of person, either you're going to be the person that talks about being successful, or you're actually going to develop the habits and the patterns in life that it takes right now to be successful in life. Because here's the truth. I'll be 100 honest with you. Life goes by so fast. If you don't believe me, find the oldest person that you know in life, and you sit down with them, you chop it up with them, and then you be like, hey, Grandma, life went by fast, right? They'll look at you and they say, it went by so fast. And you know what? Yeah. But here's the thing. Is that I don't want life to pass me by. I want life to know that I made a difference on this planet. I want life to know that I contributed. I wasn't a sponge. I didn't just take from my community. Man, I made my community better. I made my community different. And that's what I mean when I say we don't need any drug dealers, we need more gangbangers. We need people to make our communities better. And when I look at communities like this, and we look at leaders, and I'm on a tour for the United States Hispanic Leadership Institute, and when I go see Latinos in America, I can't help but ask them all the time, name for me a Latino leader in America. Name for me the person who speaks for Latinos in America. Don't say George Lopez. He's funny, not the dude, though. Because who speaks for Latino issues when we're put down? Well, who speaks for Latinos when we're assaulted? When we're hurt? And the truth is, in America, that person does not exist yet. Maybe he's in this room. Maybe she's in this room. I don't know. But I know this, is that you could talk about puppies and cats in America, and they get more attention than our Latinos in America today. And I think we're done with that. I think that's going to change when our Latinos pursue education, when we put others first, when we stop being sponges, and we stand up and rise up for what the American dream is all about. And the key to that is education. If you believe with me, I want you to clap right now for yourself. I love that. And I didn't always believe this. When I was a kid, I told you I was born to a teen mom. The only time I ever saw my biological father was when I was 4 years old. And some people say, Gabe, when you're 4, you can't remember junk. Other people say if it's traumatic in your life, you remember something about that moment, right? But I remember being 4 years old. I was walking downtown with my mom. She's holding my hand. All of a sudden, she does something she never done before. She lets go of my hand. She begins to run down the street. She confronts this man that's my biological father. They start arguing back and forth. They're yelling at each other. I don't know what they're saying. I was only 4. But I remember this part. When she turns back over me, she says, I want you to look at your son. Look at him. This man turns around and runs away in the opposite direction. I never met him. He died 2 months later. He was a sheriff deputy. Used to carry a 1911 Colt 45 behind his back. It was his first year being on duty in law enforcement. His first year. He was only 24 years when this happened. 24 years old. And he pulls his weapon out from behind his back to place it underneath the seat. And as he does, boom, it accidentally fires. And a 45 caliber blows a hole the size of a Coke can on his left leg, right on his main artery, and they find him bled on the side of the highway. Never met him. But I've had dreams of meeting him. And in my dreams, I had dreams so clear where he's embraced me and hugged me. I've had dreams with him so clear where he's rejected me. And as I say that, there's only a few people in this room that you know what it's like to feel so close to somebody. You feel so close to an individual, but you don't even really know them. I mean, maybe brothers or sisters or people that you've never had really in your life because they died or maybe they left or they live in another country. But it's weird to feel so close to somebody, like you know their birthday, you know things about them, but you really don't know them. It's a weird feeling to have. And I always felt like I was an accident. I wrote this book called I Was Born an Accident, but I'm Living a Purpose. And I felt like if my own flesh and blood and my own dad didn't want me, why would I want myself? I began to have what they call, I was what they call self-destructive. So I felt like I never deserved anything good. I would, in class, I would always knock off, and I'd get in trouble, get in a lot of fights. And I was what they call self-destructive. Like, I had all the potential to be successful, but anytime I would start to see any hope, I would start to break myself down and revert. And I felt like other kids had it better. I remember being in elementary, and I remember there'd be other kids on field days. You know when people would line up and run on the count of 3 field day, and like this homeboy Trevor would be next to me, and his dad would be at the end, run, Trevor, run! I'd be like, stupid Trevor. Like, I was jealous. And I remember in middle school field trips, when there'd be some kid, his dad would show up buy cotton candy for the whole group, and I'd be like, man, I wish I had a dad like that. I felt like I was missing out because I didn't have a dad in my life. But as a father today, I realized the truth that I was wrong. Because to my 16-year-old boy Mark, to my 5-year-old boy Sebastian, I see things from a completely different perspective. And I realized that it wasn't me that was missing out on having a dad, as much as it was him that was missing out on having a great kid. And I can't apologize enough to students all across America who felt like they've been missing out because they were neglected, they were abandoned, they were mistreated. But I can tell you this, is that we don't have a choice in how our life starts, but we do have a choice in how our life ends. It's up to you. It's all up to you. And I'll never forget, I was speaking at a school called Brackenridge High School. I was speaking to about 500 or 600 graduating seniors. I finished speaking. I run to the back of the room. I had to take off to another school. And as I was taking off, this girl chases me down. A couple of kids chased me down, but this one girl in particular was pulling my jacket. She's like, wait, sir, wait, I got to talk to you. I said, what's up, baby girl? And I swear to God, this girl looked like Latina Snooki, right? She was short, tight clothes, big old hair, like all high and stuff. And I said, baby, what's your name? What's going on? Why are you crying so hard? Because she was crying. Mascara was dripping, boogers were bubbling up. So my first thought was, oh, dang, she got Ebola. I said, what is your name? What's going on? Now, she told me her name, and she said, sir, the reason I'm crying so hard is because I don't know what you're doing here today. And she tells me her name. She says, sir, I'm a teen mom. And since I've had my baby, my life has been hell. My dad used to call me his daddy's girl, but now he won't even touch me or my baby boy. Me and my mom, we argue every single day. From the moment I walk into my house to the moment we lock ourselves in a room and we wait there until it's time to go to school the next day. And I hate my life. I hate the life that I created for me and my son. And today was the day, sir. She leans down, opens up her backpack, pulls up this cool diary with drawing, graffiti all over it. She rips that page, shoves it in my chest, and she says, read this, sir. And I read a horrible story of like an apology on this paper where it said, sorry mom, sorry dad, sorry friends. And it just so happened that on that date that I was speaking there at that school, that when she finished school, this is what she had planned. She was going to go to daycare, she was going to get a little baby boy, she was going to walk home, lock herself in a room, put a little baby boy to sleep. But the moment he fell asleep, her plan was to grab his baby boy pillow, place it over his mouth and nose, hold it down until he suffocated to his death. Then she was going to rush to the restroom. She had bottles and bottles of pills ready and waiting to fill out all of them and kill herself. The moment I read this, I feel like some of you do. I saw you. I grabbed her. I said, no, baby, we need to talk to a nurse or a counselor, somebody right now. Will you trust me? Will you go with me? She pushes me back. She says, yes, sir, but I don't want to go right now because when you spoke, I didn't even see you I saw my son doing great things with his life, so I don't want to live my life for me anymore. I only want to live it for him, sir. She was crying so hard, I started crying. OG, don't tell nobody, please. Okay. I cried, you know, sometimes I cry. And I didn't hear from that girl for many months until one day I get a message from her on my social media. And OG, kids are stalkers, right? They'll find you. They can't find your homework, but they'll find you.
Yes.
But she said, Mr. Salazar, do you remember me? Today's the day I walk the stage to graduate. Thank you for inspiring me. And she sent me her picture. She was in her purple graduation gown. Her little boy was standing at her side. The moment I saw that picture, I began to cry. Because check this out, I got the same picture of me. My mom, when she graduated from the exact same school, at the exact same age that she had me at Brackenridge High School. And that was the night that I began to write the first chapter of my book, and the title called "I was born an accident, but I'm living with purpose." Right? And I believe that you have purpose. I believe so much in this community. I believe so much in the Star School that I believe you have purpose. That in this room right now, you don't even know who you were sitting next to. That if I could have been a kid just like you, I went to alternative school too, so there I was chilling like that, listen, you know. And so if that could happen in my life, I believe even more for you than in this room you're sitting next to future doctors, future teachers, future lawyers, future movie directors, whatever it is you want to do in life, you can do it. But you got to make a choice. And a lot of people might say, hey Gabe, I don't know what I want to do in life though. You may not know, but I know this about you and every kid I see all across America. Now, one kid would say, Gabe, when I grow up, I want to be locked up in jail. I want to be strung out of drugs and be found in a ditch. Nobody ever says that. Every kid says, I want to be the best. I want to be on top. I want to be a champion. Because I believe that that's born inside, is to want to be successful. And I believe that for you. And you got to make choices. And a lot of students say, Gabe, I don't like making choices. Y'all need to leave me alone and shut up. Y'all need to leave me. No, you need this. Because you're a liar. Because if there's one thing I know about young people in America is you know what you like, you know what you don't like, and you let everybody know it. From the moment you wake up in the morning, you make a choice for your life. You make a choice between taco or a burrito. You make a choice between Fruit Loops or Lucky Charms. You make a choice between a strudel or a Pop-Tart. You make a choice between Instagram or Twitter, between Kik or Snapchat, between Xbox or PlayStation, between Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg, between Drake or Kanye, LeBron or Kobe, Fluffy or George Lopez, East Coast, West Coast, Biggie, Tupac, dropping out, graduating, doing drugs, saying no. All right, man. Some of you guys are more excited about Snoop Dogg. That's okay. Snoop Dogg! Graduating. Have you guys had a good time today? Yeah. Do you realize that 45 minutes just flew by? Yeah, I've been speaking for like 45 minutes almost, right? Flew by, right? More. Yeah. Keep it going, sir. Keep it going until like Friday, sir. But listen, I've had a great time with you guys today. I've had so much fun speaking here in Tucson. It's my first time being out here. I've never spoken in schools out here, so I'm glad to be here finally. And so before I leave, though, I would love to take some questions from you guys. Real quick, clap if I said something that made a difference in your life today. Thank you to the United States Hispanic Leadership Institute. Victoria, thank you for letting me travel. Her and her colleagues are also here. There's some other speakers that are going throughout Tucson, but you got the best one in your school today. And so, thank you to Victoria helping me out. So real quick, I'd love to take some questions, and then I got to bounce. But I'd love to take some questions. Anything you want to ask me. I won't clown you. I won't press charges either. Like, hey, get him, he's a crackhead. No, I'm good. But I'd love to hear from you guys real quick. Anything you want to ask my man right there.
What was the biggest obstacle you had to push through?
The biggest obstacle was this thing called a chancla. You ever have to dodge one of those things, bro? Okay, find a Mexican lady, okay? They wear these chanclas. Their feet don't fit in the chancla. Like their toes don't work in the chancla. The strap don't work, but they'll wear them anyway. But my mom was crazy. And so, you know, my wife said the same thing one time to me, because a lot of kids ask me, or do you regret anything in life? And really, you know, I could sit here and complain about my background, I could complain about life, and you guys would probably one up me on some stuff. But my wife said one time, she goes, you know what? Had it not been that you went through the things that you went through, you would not be the man that you are. And that's very cliche to say, but she's half right. Because you know what? There's a lot of people that went through the same thing that I went through, but they're still there. Because it's not just about going through these things, it's overcoming them. It's knowing that the human spirit is greater than any obstacle. And I've seen people overcome cancer, bro. I met a young man about 3 or 4 weeks ago in Orange County come up to me like this, bro. And as he came, I shook him, respected him just like any other dude. And I kind of held him back, saying, hey, man, you got to tell me your story, dude. 3 years ago, he was diagnosed with brain cancer. His body's deteriorating. He said, but you know what? I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm going to walk the stage on my own strength. Well, made me want to cry right there. Hey, I love you, bro. You know what I mean? The human spirit, bro. So it's not just about going through hard stuff. It's about overcoming it. And I believe the human spirit is so resilient that it can overcome anything. It can overcome abuse, neglect, violence, poverty. And that's why I'm here to speak life into you and tell you, the guys, if you're alive, if you have a heartbeat, if you're breathing, that human spirit that's inside of you, man, it could change the world. And do you realize that this world has been turned upside down by less people that are in this room when they're on a mission? And I believe that can happen in Tucson. It can happen in this community when people stand up and rise up and say, man, you know what, we're done with this. We're going to stand for something that's right. I believe that's a cool thing to do. So that happens through education. All right. So did that answer your question a little bit? All right. So, I mean, I can sit here and be like, oh, man, I was homeless, bro. Like, we didn't have nothing. Like, we had toallitas and we you know, all that kind of stuff I did. But, I mean, too bad. Like, you know, I don't want to cry about that. But let's another question. Question? Well, let's go back to class then. Oh, come here.
You're my dad.
Can I be your dad? I'll give you a hug like a dad, bro. Yeah, here. No, give me here. I'll give you a hug. What's your name? These two are the last ones, and then I got to get going. But you were first. What do I think about military men and women? I love them. My brother is in the Navy right now. He's in Somalia, and and so my brother is serving this country. He's doing his thing, and you know what? I don't believe the military is for everybody, but I believe it is for many people. And so a couple of things that it does well for you is, one, it pays for your college. That's a good thing. 2, it helps with discipline. But don't just do it for the sake of doing it. Because you know there's a lot of people, you know that suicide has become a really big problem in America's military today. And I believe that's because some people, they just can't handle that. So before you sign up, do not go and sign up like you got your tattoo, like by your homeboy, like, hey, come sign up with me, fool, they're going to give us free tacos. Like, are you kidding me? Like, because they'll do that for you. They'll take you out to lunch, right? Hey, come and sign up, and I'm going to take you out to lunch. You're like, you're not hungry, I'll sign anything. Fool. Like, okay, make sure that you talk to a couple of your teachers, talk to a couple of your counselors, because you know what, they may tell you, hey, you know what, you could do the military, and I know you do well, but I think you do well in college, or I think you do well, even better at a trade school or something else, because you know what, people that know you. And here's one thing I'll say about mentors and leaders is, do you realize that some of your teachers spend more time with you than your parents do? So when I see kids talk to their teachers like crap, that upsets me, because when your teacher speaks into your life, I think they deserve to speak in your life. Anybody that invests time into you, they deserve to speak into your life because they have the right. Now, when I'm at Walmart, some dude comes up to me and tries to speak junk on me, like, hey, you back up. Like, I don't know you. You ain't got no investment time in my life. I ain't listening to you for nothing. But somebody who knows you and has invested hardship in you, because they don't pay your teachers enough to put up with you, ain't that the truth? So when they invest in it's alcohol and ain't that the truth? You got 2 things right. But when they invest in your life, then they have a right to speak in you. So listen to these people when they're talking about what to do, what to sign up for. Let's give our teachers a big round of applause. This gentleman right here was next.
Oh, I forgot the question.
Oh, you forgot it? All right, well, this is the last one then.
Would you study in college?
I studied theology, man. I thought I was going to be a pastor. Because check it out, my mentor, when I got out of gang life, like I wasn't like hardcore, full gangster, like, you know, I was a street thug. I was like street sense. You know the difference, right? Like, man, when you're street sense, breaking in cars and causing havoc and stuff. And in my own personal opinion, in my professional opinion also, I feel like street thugs are more dangerous because they got more to prove. You know what I mean? Like real hardcore gangsters. They were the dudes like, hey, I'm on parole. Like, no, I'm a nice guy today. You know, hey, go do my dirty work. You know. So like I was just doing havoc on the streets and stuff. And then I got in a fight with a rival gang member. Went to alternative school. When I came out of alternative school, I went back to regular school. My homies were like, hey man, this dude's been talking mess all semester. You got to go and recant on this dude. And I was like, man, what? Like forget that junk. I just went to alternative school. I ain't going to jail now. Forget y'all. So the old dude's jumped me. That's the dude that keep in my mouth, split my lip open. So I was isolated, excommunicated in cafeteria. Nobody wanted to sit with me. For a couple of weeks, nobody wanted to talk with me. Man, there was all these rumors about like me looking over my shoulder and stuff. And I was like, just like, I felt like junk. And I remember sitting in the cafeteria one time all by myself. My principal came over to me and said, hey, you're not going to sit there no more. Come with me. You're eating with me in the cafeteria. I mean, in my office, because he knew that like threats were on my life and stuff. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I went to his office and I started eating with him. And we developed kind of that thing where I would go to his office and eat lunch with him. And not only did I enjoy that, but I noticed he would order in. So he would be like, hey, you want pizza? You want burgers? You want Chinese? And so we had that relationship. And why are you laughing, girl? I like Chinese food. And not only was he a good principal, but I found out on his own time he was a pastor. And so during lunch, he'd be working on his sermons and stuff. And he's the one that walked me into going to this one college. And he inspired me so much, bro. What's your name? Nathan. That he inspired me so much and changed my life. His name is Langston Williams. That when I proposed to my wife, I went back to find him at school. And I asked him, I said, you know what, you made such a big difference in my life. I want to ask you if you would perform the marriage ceremony for me and my wife. So in my wedding pictures, I got the man to help get me out of the gang life, help transition me into college, also did the marriage ceremony for me and my wife. Isn't that cool? So that's kind of cool. So guys, you guys have been great. I'm so glad to meet you. I hope you guys are inspired. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you to the Star School. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.